today. Just get some cardio in and get a bunch of shots up, and then we'll practice tomorrow.
Whoever you play, you'll be playing for the third time. Is there much that they can do different at that point? How much can they change? What's your game plan change?
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think they change a whole lot.
The big advantage you got with the system is the unfamiliarity when you get to the NCAA tournament. But you don't really have that in the Big 12 tournament because the guys know you played each team twice, so that's really not an advantage for you.
Well, they got a frame of reference, but they don't have time to work on it. You know, it's kind of like, play Syracuse twice, and then, you got one day to get ready. Guys forget.
Is the object to try, you can't out-trick coaches, but you can sometimes mess with players, make them make decisions, things like that. Is that part of the object of what you're trying to do here a little bit?
Trying to make them just play basketball. Get them out of rhythm, get them out of what they want to do, get them out of what they practice. Guys don't practice just playing basketball. They run sets. And you have your point guard start the sets, and you try to take the point guard and make it tough for him and make him play basketball.
If you go slow, the coaches can be more involved in decision making, but if you speed them up and go fast, then that puts it on the players, I guess, to a degree, right?
No, you totally puts it on the players.
Yeah. Which is what you want.
It's kind of do you attack the pressure, or do you get it across half court and try to set it up? And I think we've done a pretty good job of making it hard for the point guard to get back.
Any idea what Jonathan's situation's going to be?
He's still got swelling. He'll be all right.
All right in a week or all right in a day?
We don't need him really till Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got.
The fact that he's in good shape, though, helps. He's a guy who can in the game shape pretty quickly.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of fat. I wasn't directing that at you, John.
Just talking to Javon, he was saying how the whole team kind of has it on the back of their minds that you haven't won a game in the Big 12 Conference Tournament yet. Is there anything different that you do heading into it compared to a regular season game? How do you approach these ones, knowing that you win one, you play the next day,
Well, obviously the hardest thing is we don't know who we're playing. So when we practice tomorrow, we'll kind of do a little bit of both. And I think, if TCU could win. I think everybody expects Tech to win, but TCU could win. They've had good games there. Just the game preparation part of it. But it gives us time to work on us, which is good too.
Tough going out on a Tuesday knowing you don't play till Thursday night. You practice, but you also sit around a lot.
Yeah, I don't think they sit around that much.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go out Tuesday, and by the time we get there and get back from practice, they'll have dinner and then, relax a little bit. And then the next day we're going to take them to the game, at least for half of the game. So we'll practice and come back, get something to eat, and then go to the game. So they're not sitting around as much as what maybe you would think they are.
You've said in the past this season this is the toughest league you've ever coached in, considering all the depth. Being able to finish second, get a 13-5 record, what kind of accomplishment is that for you guys?
Well, we wanted to win. It's good in that it gives us a better situation in the NCAA tournament. But I don't think our guys or anybody really associated with us. That's not what we set out to do. We set out to win. So it's good for the NCAA tournament.
So say about Javon 2 years in a row now, his first 2 years getting on the defensive team for the Big 12.
Steals a lot of balls. Second in the league in steals. So I think that's. Well, I think when you go down and look at the defensive categories, he kind of stands out.
For you, when things maybe aren't going as smoothly offensively, is that a big part of why he's able to stay in the game, and you feel like it's necessary to keep him in that 5 out on the court?
He's one of our better players. I mean, you want to keep your better players on the floor as much as you possibly can, as long as they're not tired. I think JC and Tariq have done a good job of kind of having one of them on the floor to make sure that we got in what we needed to get into.
Coach, if you guys win this thing, just kind of going off what the conference's RPI is, wouldn't you guys be pushing for a #1 seed?
I don't know. We won the Big East and we were the last 2 seeds.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah.
So we ended up being really the 8th best team according to the committee. And I thought we beat some pretty good teams on the way to winning the Big East tournament. So I don't know. I thought we were pushing to get a 1 and it ends up we weren't even close. I mean, we're way closer to a 3 than we were a 2, so I'm not sure.
But the Big 12 probably, if there would be 2 1s, that would be probably the only conference that could do it. I know they say the ACC, but really, in reality, the Big 12 would be the league that could get 2 1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what everybody's saying. Oklahoma still has a great chance to be a 1. They're not saying we do, but they're saying Oklahoma does.
Yeah, you finished a game above them in the standings.
If everything goes well, you got potentially 3 games in 48 hours. Bigger challenge to get the guys physically ready or mentally focused for each challenge?
Well, that's why we basically taken a couple of days off. So they had all day yesterday off, and I just don't. We're not going to go long. I think we're going to run for 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, something like that, just to keep the cardio.
You're playing your best basketball, I think, right now. The last 2 games are really good. You put much into that going into postseason play. I'm sure you've seen it both ways. How do you approach that with you guys playing so well?
John, I don't think we played very well, to be honest with you. I don't think we played very well against Baylor. Though we played pretty well against Tech. I didn't think we played very well against Baylor.
The result turned out.
We defended. I thought we did a really good job of defending. They're hard to defend. But offensively, we weren't very good at all. And we've gotten better, but we have to continue to get better, particularly at the offensive end. And we got to get better in transition. We had a 3-on-1 and ran over a guy. How do you do that 3-on-1? We don't make the decisions we need to make in transition.
Having said that, Baylor scored the fewest points at home, I guess, this year. So you did that part.
I thought we guarded well. And it's kind of rare when you can play full court and then get back and be really sound at half court. And I thought we were pretty sound. I thought Nate was terrific. I thought Nate had a great game defensively.
Coach, is there anything to the fact that Javon is the only guy on the team who started every game this year, or is that just the way it's happened?
Just kind of the way it shook out.